This hearing went completely off the rails. A Marine veteran just looked the Secretary of Defense in the eye and called him an embarrassment to the United States. And honestly, it's hard to argue with him.
As a gentleman from California, Mr. Carbajal.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It shouldn't come as no surprise that I have serious concerns with both the deployment of the National Guard and the Marines to Los Angeles. I served in the Marine Corps. We are trained to be war fighters, not for crowd control. Everyone here should be alarmed that the President has sent armed forces into a city against the wishes of a governor and mayor. I am concerned this administration is purposely escalating the situation with this step and politicizing our armed forces in the process. Let's call it for what it is. It's political theater. Hexeth, are the Marines in Los Angeles ordered to protect property by any means necessary?
Sir, I would say the ICE officers and police officers being attacked is not political theater. The National Guard and Marines,
just yes or no. Just yes or no.
The National Guard and Marines have the full authority to protect federal ICE agents.
Yes or no. Can you just say yes or no? This isn't Fox anymore. Just yes or no.
They're there to protect federal agents and federal.
Another BS answer. Under the SRUF, the use of force, are Marines allowed to fire warning shots?
No.
Now that's more like it. Isn't that easy? Well, I'm going to beat this drum because you refuse to take responsibility. Will you take responsibility for having made a mistake? Not to mention many people would say break the law in participating in the Signal group chat that included a journalist, your wife, your brother, where classified information was shared.
Sir, every way I communicate is authorized.
Okay, if you want to say that. I have called for your resignation. I didn't think you were qualified before your confirmation, and you have done nothing to inspire confidence in your ability to lead competently. You broke the law in sharing classified information, and in doing so, endangered the lives of our service members that you are responsible for. Your inability to hold yourself accountable makes you incapable to lead. This alone makes you unfit to be the Secretary of Defense. Secretary, do you think the United States should continue supporting Ukraine in its fight against Russia, a nation that is hostile towards the United States?
Well, as you know, sir, President Trump is committed to peace.
No, I just want yes or no answers. Today,
the United States has spent billions of dollars.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Over years.
Just yes or no. Can I get a yes or no out of you?
We continue to send.
Come on.
Presidential drawdown.
It's that easy. Kindergartners can give me a yes or no. Yes or no.
Yes, we support peace in Ukraine.
Come on. Is this really leadership? You're an embarrassment to the United States. If Russia invades NATO allies, are you going to recommend to the president that we fulfill our Article 5 obligations?
Well, Russia has not invaded NATO allies.
No.
President Trump.
No. I reclaim my time. Yes or no? It's that simple.
There's Article 5 in NATO, which we recognize.
So is the answer yes or no?
That's what Article 5 is, yes.
Good. I'm glad you brought yourself to saying yes. Do you think political allegiance to Trump is a requirement for serving our nation, either in uniform or a civilian in the department?
I'm incredibly proud, as are millions of Americans.
No. Not today, Seth. Yes or no?
Congressman, you know what a silly question that is.
But it's silly enough to warrant a very straightforward answer. Yes or no?
We all support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
You know what? I'm not going to waste my time anymore. You're not worthy of my attention or my questions. You're an embarrassment to this country. You're unfit to lead. And there's been bipartisan members of Congress that have called for your resignation. You should just get the hell out and let somebody competently lead this department.
Mr. Chairman, do we not have any decorum in here?
Thank you very much. I yield my time.
Gentleman yields back. And I would urge everybody to remember and maintain a decorum suitable for this chamber with their further comments.
What you're watching here is not a loss of decorum. It's accountability finally showing up in a room that's been starved of it. Representative Salud Carbajal, a Marine Corps veteran, wasn't posturing or grandstanding. He was doing what too many members of Congress refuse to do: forcing straight answers from an official who has spent his tenure dodging responsibility. When Carbajal called out the deployment of Marines and the National Guard into Los Angeles against the wishes of local leaders, he was speaking from lived experience. Marines are trained to fight wars, not police civilians. Turning the military into a domestic crowd control tool is not strength. It's authoritarian political theater. And when Pete Hegseth couldn't even give a yes or no answer about rules of engagement, it exposed exactly how unprepared and unserious this leadership is. This wasn't about tone, it was about substance. Classified information shared recklessly. Loyalty to Donald Trump being treated as a prerequisite for service. Refusal to clearly affirm NATO's Article 5 obligations or continued support for Ukraine against Russia. These aren't gotcha questions. They're baseline requirements for someone entrusted with national defense. Carbajal's frustration mirrors what millions of Americans feel watching this administration hollow out institutions, politicize the military, and normalize incompetence at the highest levels. Calling that out isn't disrespectful. What's disrespectful is endangering service members, undermining alliances like NATO, and treating congressional oversight like a cable news appearance, especially when the answers sound like they're still being rehearsed for Fox News. This moment mattered because it showed the difference between someone who understands service and someone who treats power like a branding exercise. Democrats must keep pressing, keep exposing, and keep demanding accountability because silence and civility theater are how democracy erodes. If you're angry watching this, good. That anger needs to turn into engagement, organizing, and voting because the stakes are far too high to look away.